just within the past couple of hours, Jane Campion apologized for some of the things she said about Venus and Serena Williams in her acceptance speech when she won Best Director at last night's Critics' Choice Awards. Here's the backstory if you're not caught up on your Hollywood news. These are the comments that she later apologized for. Watch.
You know, Serena and Venus, you are such marvels. However, you do not play against the guys. Like I have to.
Yeah, the face says it all right there. Campion says she, quote, "I made a thoughtless comment equating what I do with all that Serena and Venus Williams has achieved. I did not intend to devalue these two legendary black women and world-class athletes." Campion had been going viral, not in a good way, on social media before the apology. Actress Jodie Turner-Smith saying Jane taking time out of her speech to tell two black women that she is more oppressed than them is peak white feminism. April Rain, founder of the Oscars So White hashtag, adding Campion could have celebrated without tearing down. Steve Patterson joins me now. And Steve, you know, she was kind of everywhere on the internet, at least in like some of those Hollywood circles last night. Now we're seeing this apology, a full-throated walk back. It seemed to have rubbed people the wrong way because out of nowhere, she pointed to two legendary black women in the room and in the eyes of some basically, you know, tore them down, right? It seems like an apology would have been forthcoming based on some of the backlash that had built.
Yeah, absolutely. But, you know, let's take a second in this age of social media to acknowledge that she did apologize quickly.
She did, full walk back,
and,
right.
Yeah, and in a way that I think many would say addressed the core issues of why the statement was so off in the first place. But, man, Hallie, it was off. First, you can't ignore what she said was literally factually wrong. Both Venus and Serena have not only played against men at the highest level of competition in tennis, but they've won multiple mixed doubles titles against men. So right off the bat, that's wrong. Yeah.
Well, let me just also say, too, for people that aren't as up to speed on this, so she won for The Power of the Dog, which is her film. She was up against male directors. So if that was the context of which she was saying it, that she won against these men, she was bringing in Venus and Serena to say, you know, you don't play against men. As you point out, you know, that's not even true.
That's not even true. I'm glad you pointed out the context, but I think more to the point, to the figure of heart of what she was trying to say, saying that is even worse, because here you have these two black women from Compton in what is easily one of the richest, whitest sports on the planet, let's just be frank, and just look at what they've done, not only for women with their legendary career performances, but being these incredible ambassadors for minorities, for motherhood, for mental health, and for women in general, in just the way that they carry themselves. So to single them out in a room full of what many would call Hollywood elites, even as a joke, and it was said as a joke, as you heard there, especially when waving the flag as a feminist and as an ally, I think was a bridge too far for a lot of people. And yes, for her career, I think something needed to be said. Hallie.
It was kind of viral whiplash, too, because she actually went viral in a good way for basically clapping back at Sam Elliott's criticism of her film, just like 24 hours before.
Yeah, you know, it's the age we live in, Hallie. The hero to villain is but a tweet or a statement away. But I think in this case, you have to say that the weight of the reaction is kind of linked to the inherent hypocrisy of the two statements back to back. In a vacuum, I think she would have gotten heat for saying what she did on stage was made worse, you know, by the fact that what was being championed and probably won a substantial following by the criticism that she defended from Elliott toward her film. So, you know, what I think, which we should all hope for, is not this tribalist win condition that she gets forever canceled and that her career is ruined, but that this ends up as kind of like a teachable moment for her, for Hollywood especially, and for whoever else, you know, about the fact that on a big stage, words matter. Hallie?
A teachable moment. You know, we like those here on the show. Steve Patterson, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.